What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Big Boy John 25, and tonight I'm gonna do my AEW Dynamite review and highlights. You guys can do hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, and let's get started. AEW Dynamite was a good show. Alright, let's get started. So we get started on this tag team gauntlet to face FTR, the Young Bucks versus Natural Nightmares. This was a pretty good tag team match. It says QT Marshall and Nick Jackson start things off as they go back and forth. QT gets Sunset Flip before tagging in Dustin. Matt gets in and Dustin has to catch his breath. Two power slams by Dustin before he and QT double Russian leg sweep Matt for a 2 count. Draw kick by QT before he wrenches the arm and tags in Dustin. Double axe handle from the top by Dustin and then an arm wrench leg drop to Matt. Nick and Matt soon double team drop kick and then knock QT off the apron. The Young Bucks begin working Dustin. Bulldog drop kick by the Young Bucks 2 count. Nick goes for a back drop, but Dustin catches him with an uppercut. Canadian Destroyer, which Chris calls a Texas Destroyer for a 2 count. QT gets the tag and hits a flatliner on Nick for 2. A body slam attempt allows Nick Jackson to tag in Matt Jackson. It's a super kick party. QT gets a near fall soon after reverses a double team, but the Young Bucks continues a BTE trigger for the W. The Natural Nightmares has been eliminated. Next up are the Best Friends. They started off hot, but Nick begins to control momentum with Chuck Taylor. Facebuster before going for a moonsault onto the outside, onto Trent, but he moves and spears Nick. Trent and Nick soon go at it until Taylor executes a flip over suplex for a 2 count. He hands Nick into the corner who goes crashing into the turnbuckle. Trent fires away, but Nick outrisks to the Best Friends by sliding out of the ring and pulling Chuck off the apron. Trent soon tries to power driver Nick on the apron, but he reverses and hits a German suplex on Trent instead. In comes Matt Jackson. He takes it to both Best Friends with Samoan chops. Soon enough, Matt hits his locomotion suplex, but Trent counters at the 4th attempt. Both teams tag as they trade punches. Nick gets off a flurry of kicks between the two, but Chuck slams him down. Chuck knees is bothering him, but the two still manage to hit Soulful half and half. They go for their finisher, but Matt has Chuck leg and Nick's turned the tables for the pin attempt, but he kicked out. The other outside, Matt hold up Trent and to create bridge with his body, and Nick senton split on the top of him. Then they do the same in the ring with a 450 splash in the ring. Kick out. I said knockout, but my bad. It's kick out. The Young Bucks go for the Meltzer driver, but in comes Hangman Page and Nick and holds Nick leg on the apron. Meanwhile, Matt gets rolled up by Trent and the goods for the pinfall. So the Young Bucks has been eliminated. FTR, out comes FTR, who act like they have nothing to do with Hangman's interference. We go to break, in the third bout of the gauntlet begins and picture. They knock the Best Friends off the apron. The back from break, Dax is working on Chuck's knee. The underhanded taxes continues as FTR isolates both of their opponents, all the while continuing to attack Taylor's knee. Dax locks in an invert figure 4 on Chuck. Chuck and acceptably taps. The winners and #1 contenders for the AEW tag team titles, FTR. This was a pretty good tag match. We see Darby and his compound wearing a Ricky Starks mask. You really think I'm afraid of you, Ricky? He states he he states as he jumps off a bridge. Lance Archer versus Sean Maluta. This match was quick. Lance comes barreling out as he slugs a talent at ringside. Maluta is Alpha's nephew, but Archer doesn't give a as he chops away at Maluta. He hammers away at Sean in the middle of the ring. Sean tries to fight back, but he gets punched by Archer. Suplex before he does repeatedly charges elbow in the corner. Marcel chokeslam by Archer, but he picks Maluta up before two. Archer lays down the blackout and he picks him up once more and slams his head down repeatedly with the claw before getting the win. The winner of the match, Lance Archer. Alright, Jake Roberts has the mic. 21 will enter the Casino Battle Royal. Jake says that's one blemish on Archer's record has cost them so much time. Feeding Lance is like feeding a wood chipper. You feed him and confetti comes out. He loves seeing him abuse people. Out comes Team Taz. Robert calls them the Flintstones. Taz says one of Team Taz will win at All Out, but Darby comes rolling in on his skateboard to bait Starks and dropkick in the two brawl on the entryway to the back. Cage and Archer are being settled by Taz and Roberts. We're backstage with MJF. He walks down to the hallway with a walker as he confronts Lee Johnson. We see a video package of Thunder Rolls that includes footage from the NWA and sound bites from Billy Corgan, who says he appreciates the opportunity to bring the promotion to AEW. We see the contract signing take place. MJF and Jon Moxley contract signing. MJF's lawyer runs down the details before Max grabs the mic. He says all these signings end the same in a brawl. He's not going to do that. Unlike John, he's not an animal. He appreciates social distance, kind of like his hairline. Moxley restores that Max will get there. He just has to hit puberty Max Moxley off before saying he's never got the hype of Moxley. It turns out MJF was wrong about him. You're good, really good. He cites that even Mike Tyson pointed the Mox backstage. He said he wouldn't want to be in the dark alley with him. Unfortunately, at All Out, they won't be in a back alley. They will be in a wrestling ring, and he pro wrestling prodigy. On September 5th, he will take John apart systematically. John Moxley will panic. John will panic because he's not a wrestler. He's a glorified goon. He says Mox wants them jailed by the floor so he can brawl because he grew up analyzing guys like Sandman, New Jack, and more. Max grew up watching Buddy Rogers, Ernie Lay, and Tully. He says at the end of All Out, he's wearing pretty platinum and becomes AEW champion because they deserve better. MJF can't understand why John needs one tiny little move to beat him, unless he's not man enough. Maybe he should tell his hot little wife that he's single. Mox grabs the mic. Should I sign this contract? Does he need the Pentagon shift to beat him? What he wants to take away is his most dangerous weapon, but MJF is forcing him to get creative. He doesn't want to get sued, and he doesn't know any lawyers. He's going to sign the contract, but nothing Max says matters, or nothing he signs matters. On September 5th, you're a dead man. Mox signs and MJ screams. He calls him an idiot. Moss mentions that he can't believe that they okay. Page 17. The lawyer says there were only 16 pages. Mox reveals that he added an extra one, and it says he gets to fight a lawyer next week for a tune-up match, and this time the pendulum shift is legal. If he's no show, MJF forfeits his title shot. Alright, Sonny Kiss and Joey Janela, Brian Pillman Jr. and Grayson versus the Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. This match was decent. Alright, it says immediate intimidate brawl begins to start the match and dives onto the outside, follows it up. Big gut wrench by the Butcher onto Jungle Boy. Griff Grayson fires away at Blade. Sonny Kiss gets the tag and he comes in and firing away. Right hook by Kiss before tagging Joe. They double team the Blade, but Joey gets harmed in a corner by his opponents as a brawl breaks out again. We go to break. Back from the break, Janela fights his way free and her elbow take Finch out. Janela takes in Sonny, who shows his athleticism against Ray Phoenix. Her surrounded by Sonny and he leads off with a split on top, but Ray Phoenix rolls out of the way. Ray Phoenix does get hung up on the ropes, and Janela nails him with a DVD on the apron. Penta returns the favor with a power dropper, and then comes filming like a house on fire against the Butcher. High praise from the commentators not acknowledging the crowd. Penta finish him off for the win. The winner of the match, Lucha Bros and the Butcher and the Blade. Postponed match. Eddie heals on the crowd before announcing all of them are going to be in the Casino Royal battle royal, and one of them is going to win. Alright. Brody Lee TNT title celebration. This promo was very good. Up next, the Dark Order comes out with a casket on stage along with lawnmowers. They purchased there also a yellow Ford Mustang. Evil Uno states they bid for farewell to the man named Cody. They open the casket and out comes X covered under Cody's cloth. X gets out and they drape a Nightmare Family flag over the casket as they welcome the new TNT champion Brody Lee. Uno implores them all members to show their appreciation for Lee. Tony Schiavone takes the MC. Regan Lee tells him to look back of December of last year. Dark Order was laughed and Brody was in prison at home. He tells him that they buried the Nightmare Family and no more open challenges. He says Cody will never get them back. He wants to introduce everyone to the newest member of the Nightmare Family, 99. Anna J. John Silver gets too excited, calls Lee the man, and gets slung by Brody. Soon after in comes Dustin and QT. They quickly get overtaken by Dark Order. In comes Scorpio Sky for the save, and he cleans house. Scorpio points at Lee and the TNT belt, but Anna J slaps him. That distraction Sky enough for a cheap shot by Lee. Brody and Anna exits, but out of nowhere in comes Mac Cardona to even the odds. The crew clears house. Lee comes out and grins at the adversaries. Alright. Dasha is at the bar with Hangman to get his comment before he can come in. Before he can, in comes Nick and Matt Jackson. They read him the riot act. Matt calls him nothing but a drunk. He tells Paige this is what he wanted. He's out of the elite. Hangman looks at himself in a broken mirror, and then the Bucks exit. Alright, handicap match. Penelope Ford and Rebo versus Big Swole. This match is garbage. Alright. Match starts off awkward with a head scissors on Ford. Soon Rebo gets the tag as soon as two double team Swole in the corner. Swole managed to stop Rebo on the top of the turnbuckle. The Hurricanrana's Rebo now. She has the win, but a distraction stops referee Paul Turner. Soon after a second row moonsault by Rebo gets a near fall, the two go to take out Swole, which they crunch, but Swole turns the tie and nails forward with it. She gets the 3 count. Big Swole gets her shot at Britt Baker. The winner of the match, Big Swole. It looks like we're cutting to a break, but out is Evil Uno with Anna Jay. They offered Taya Conti a membership. She hugs Anna Jay and accepts. The main event table match. Matt Hardy versus Sammy Guevara. This main event match was fantastic. Matt Hardy comes hard at Sammy and doesn't stop. They fight quickly, goes to outside, and we go to the picture. And picture Matt throwing an open chair at Sammy. Back from the break, Sammy is busted open, and as Matt hits a side effect on the apron, he goes to elbow Sammy through a table, but Sammy moves back in the ring. Sammy has chair, but Matt kicks him in the gut and hits a twist of fate with Sammy's head wedges in between. Matt pulls out another table. The table is branded with delete on it. He puts Sammy on it as Matt incenses the turnbuckle. Matt can get his balance and it allows Sammy to superplex him through a table. The winner of the match, Sammy Guevara. This match was good. Post-match, Orange Cassidy immediately charges at Chris Jericho, and he pounds away at Chris before hammering him with a Superman punch. The two attack one another on stage as they go back and forth as the Vicious try to break it up. End of the show. That's how you end AEW. I have, like DJ Storms. Did you see the way Orange Cassidy came out of nowhere while he dropped his jean jacket while he was running full speed to charge at Chris Jericho? That was the best way to end AEW. But anyway, overall AEW Dynamite was a good show. It gave me something to be invested. But anyway, if you guys enjoy my AEW Dynamite review and highlights, drop a like on this video, subscribe to my channel, comment down below what you guys think of AEW. My Twitter, my Instagram, and TikTok will be down below in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Big Boy John 25, and I'm out of here.